Daddy's shoes.
Daddy's shoes? Do gorillas wear shoes?
No.
They don't, do they? My name's Gurmeet Singh and I'm Jaspinder Singh's mum.
My name is Jaspinder Singh.
Jaspinder was diagnosed with a hearing loss when he was newly born after the first screening that they have at the hospital, and he was given hearing aids about 3 weeks after that, so he's always had hearing aids since the age of about 3 weeks old. He wore the hearing aids for a good 2.5 years. He had very little hearing and wasn't making any speech progress, so we were spoken to the doctors and the hospital about having a processor for Jaspinder, a cochlear implant. We was really apprehensive about the operation because he was only 3 years old. Before the operation he was really frustrated and aggravated because he couldn't talk and didn't really have a lot of sign. So the operation was quite hard. It was quite difficult because it was his first major operation and he was little. But the operation ran really smoothly. The surgeons were very good, the hospital staff were really helpful, and his recovery was about 48 hours, so he was really well straight afterwards, so we were fine with that. It took a good year or 14 months for him to get any kind of language. It was just a lot of hard work, listening and working with him to making sure that he's wearing it all the time and check it's working. And then slowly he began saying his single words and joining it up into a couple of words, and then slowly started to get sentences.
I will make a fish and chip sandwich.
Good boy.
I will make a jelly and jam and apple sandwich.
We do generally use English spoken language at home. He uses a little bit of sign, which we're coming away from. We do have family members who speak Punjabi, but we do generally speak in English to him. So although he doesn't speak Punjabi, he knows a couple of random words, but he just sticks to speaking English normally. I hope he does one day pick up, Punjabi, because it's good to have another language behind you anyway. And it's also good that he'll be able to communicate with elder members of the family who are not really good with their English, so I am wanting him to pick it up when he's older. Jaspinder had his first operation just over 4 years it would have been now, and then he had the second one last November, so just over a year. Jaspinder wears a headscarf which is called a patka. It doesn't cause any interference with his processors. He normally wears them underneath, so we just put his processor on and then slip the magnet on underneath his processor, under his patka, which just means that if it's going to come loose, his processor, he's not going to lose it. But you can wear them on the top as well, it doesn't make any difference. Since he's had the operation and since he's had the processors, he joins in more with conversations. He also is a lot more confident because he had some problems with his confidence before. He's a lot better as well when he's in the car. He can hear what's going on. Also when we're out and about, he's more safety aware as well because he's got his processors on, he can hear more as well. So he's, all in all, he's a lot better with having both of them. He hears all the sounds on the television when he's watching television, and then he pauses the television and tells everyone what's going on in the film or the story, even when you don't want him to. So yeah, he gets all the language from the television as well with both of his processors on. Jaspinder likes to use a telephone because we have friends and family all over. I've got a family in London and Cardiff, so he likes to speak to his cousins on the phone. And again, that's something he wasn't able to do. He couldn't hear properly enough to talk, so now he has good conversation on the telephone. The only problem with the operations, we wish we would have been referred a little bit sooner, because Jaspinder was 3 years old when he had the initial assessment and the operation. I know that a lot of the children now have them at a lot younger age, so if he would have had his maybe a little bit younger, it probably would have worked more to our advantage, but apart from that, we're really happy with it.